Hi, Sam. Thank you for coming in today. My name's Talia. So, tell me a little bit about yourself and what brings you into therapy.
My name's Sam. I'm 25 years old, and I work right now as a cashier at a supermarket, but trying to find a better job. But really, the main reason why I'm here is because, my parents are fighting all the time. They're really struggling, and it's just causing me a lot of stress because they've been married for such a long time, and this is a really hard thing for me to adjust to, of the idea of them fighting or splitting up. And, aside from that, they kind of just keep putting me in the middle, and I feel like I'm torn.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. That is definitely something that is difficult for anybody to handle.
Yeah.
So, if you could wake up tomorrow and everything would be perfect as if a miracle had happened, what would you see, or what would your life look like?
I don't know. I guess I would just see things back to normal, like how they always were, a happy family with, me and myself, my brother, and my parents, and just, being happy together without the fighting and without the stress and worrying if they're going to stay together, and, trying to play both sides, and almost be like the mediator.
Right.
If I could just be free of all of that, anxiety and stress and worry, and things were just back to normal with my parents, then yeah, that would be a miracle.
All right. Well, that sounds like you've given that a lot of thought as to what you would, in a perfect world, like to see happen. So, talking about a solution-focused practice, talking about ways that we can fix the problem, not so much working to the solution. So what do you see what is something that you could do to either take yourself out of the situation, or maybe make it better, but for you, not so much for your parents?
Yeah, I guess that's a good question. I just get so wrapped up in trying to fix everything, because that's kind of always been my role in the family, is the mediator or the problem solver. So if there is something going wrong, or, if somebody's fighting with, someone else, I've always been the one to kind of step in and be the voice of reason, and fix the problem. Or even if I wasn't involved, somehow I would end up in the middle. People would come to me and talk to me, and I am talking about my family, like, aside from my friends, like my parents or my brother or whoever, would come to me and talk to me, and then, I find myself in the middle, and I kind of feel this urge, like, I need to fix it, otherwise, like, I lose sleep over it, and it's not even my problem, so.
Right. And that's a problem when someone else's problem is, not, for lack of a better phrase, ruining your life. So something that you have no control over, your parents' relationship, the fact that it's negatively affecting you in this way is, I would say, the problem that we would want to kind of focus on primarily, but not so much the problem as how are we gonna fix this.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I definitely think that you did the right thing in coming to see me, and I thank you for voicing your opinions. And I think with some work, we'll definitely be able to get you feeling stronger enough strong enough to kind of say, you know what, I need to start taking care of myself, and I need to worry about myself and not so much what like mom and dad have going on. So is that something that you would be interested in kind of following up on?
Yeah.
Working on, solutions to the problem?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, like I said, it really does negatively affect me, and it stresses me out, and I worry about it constantly. And, even when I think it is a good idea to kind of take myself out of the situation, but I just question whether or not I really do have the strength to do that, because it really does eat away at me when I know there's a problem and that, I feel like I need to fix it, or I feel like people rely on me to fix it.
Right.
So,
And like you said, these are your loved ones, so you don't want to see anybody fight or argue or, worst case scenario, get divorced. So, from what I'm hearing, it sounds like you're kind of the glue that's keeping everything together. And that's a lot for one person to take on and to be responsible for. So I definitely think that with time, we'll be able to kind of, like I said, get you feeling strong and not so much stand up for yourself, but put your needs before everyone else's.
Yeah. I really think I just need to try and stick with that, because I've tried to separate myself when I know that, this is creating a lot of stress for me. And, I've said, listen, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. And, every time I pick up the phone to call either one, it's just somehow it ends up getting back into that. And no matter what I say, or, no matter me saying I'm done, it just seems to go in one ear and out the other.
Right.
And then I'm back into where I was, right in the middle.
Right. Now, before we wrap up, I'm just curious as to when you're feeling stressed, is there something that you do to kind of relax yourself and kind of just take a second and, kind of clear your mind? Is there something that you enjoy doing?
Sometimes I go for walks.
Okay, good. Now, do you find that to be helpful, or do you feel that as you're walking, all of the problems are kind of circling in your head, causing more stress?
Yeah, I definitely walk sometimes just to think.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes that can happen, but if I walk long enough, I won't think about it as much, or I'll be able to calm myself down. And
okay, good.
Sometimes I listen to classical music when I walk, and it's just nice to kind of look around at the trees and just kind of think about that instead of what's going on.
Perfect. Well, I'm glad that in the midst of all this chaos, which it sounds like it can be pretty chaotic.
Yeah.
It's good to hear that, like I said, you are taking that time for yourself. Well, so thank you. I just wanna thank you for coming in, and we will definitely get you scheduled for another session sometime soon.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you so much, and have a great day.
Thank you.
All right. So that is my video. I apologize for the long pause in the middle there. So we focused on the solution-focused model, particularly the miracle question. So everyone, thank you again, and I hope you enjoy.